Okay, we're here at the old shop. Gonna do some bee blasting here. Got a bunch of junk to blast. So the I'm overdue for an oil change here in my air compressor. So this is an old Dayton speedaire WW Granger air compressor that we bought back in the 77. There, Dad writes everything down. So we're supposed to change the air oil every 250 hours, so I missed it by 33. So anyway, this is been hot rod a little bit. That's the old air pump under there. This here is a 7.5 horse pump. This was a 5 horse air compressor. And when the electric motor took a dump, we went to a 7.5 horse motor. And then on the pulley back there, we put a big ass pulley right back in here, so we speed it up. So we run like 30% faster, and we're supposed to turn it. And of course, we run a nice low air pressure, so we run about 175 pounds air. So we're not overloading anything at all, as usual. So all I want to do, I want to go ahead and put some tribodyn oil in this and see how it works. So we're going to try some tribodyn in it. That's empty. So I'm going to use the diesel oil. So we're going to use our 1540 diesel oil. Diesel oil has the most additives in it of any of the oils. So I'm going to use the blend and not the full synthetic because it's an air compressor. I don't know how good these things seal. It's pretty much, it's a splash lubricated system on most of these. This one here actually does have an oil pump and a filter on it. And of course I'm not changing the filter. No reason to do that. I'd have to figure out what number is on there. Here, now I can look at it and see what number's on it for later. There, see? That's how you do that. We'll wait another 250 hours before we do that. So anyway, right now I'm going to go ahead and warm this up a little bit so I can get a true comparison. So I want to find out if the tribodyn oil is going to work better, give us more volume of air, and a little bit quieter sounding. So I'm going to do an air test. I'm going to go ahead and run this thing, empty it out completely out like it was, and then run it down, do a full volume test on it. I brought my clock with a second hand so I can count the seconds. A couple bottles. So I'm going to go ahead and completely fill up with the tanks. There's an 80-gallon tank in the front. There's a 120-gallon tank underneath the bathroom over there. So the big air tank right back there in the corner. Go ahead and fill everything up. See how long it takes for it to pump up to full pressure. You got to give me a good load test. And we'll see how things go. So anyway, this little Unihone bee blaster. That's the name of it. Works pretty good. There's some old nasty tanks that we baked off the paint, I don't know, 2-3 months back. They're waiting to be finally cleaned. Right now I got bees in the machine. This here is a bee sand mix. And then this here is just worn out the sand down here. So we use whatever we get around here for bee sand and stuff. We mix it all up. Get some more tanks I cleaned up. Anyway, I gotta do these fork legs here. I turned down the stops off of these. So these are power coated black. So I gotta go ahead and get the spatter coat off and then send these out to polish it. So I'll save a little time. It's like blowing off to the customer so they don't have to wait for it. Then I got some new cam covers here. These are NOS double X cam covers, early Evo. They're 78 number, but they're 73 and later cam covers. They didn't have the big hole in here, so they were 78 and earlier covers. So I put the big hole in here for electronic ignition. So these are brand new covers. These always fit. That aftermarket stuff never fits. So I'm going to take the paint stuff off of these that they come with, that silver paint. They ran that stuff in 79, 80, 81. And I'll send these out and get them polished. And they'll come back looking like new. They are new now, but I gotta make them look good. There's some old rocker box, I'm gonna get polished. I'm gonna blast all the crap off of them too. So kind of clean things up a little bit. Alright. So, head's warmed up. That's still cold. So I'm going to go ahead. That pumped us up to 90 pounds there on just the 80-gallon tank. So this is the 120-gallon tank. Obviously that didn't have full pressure back there in it. So we're going to go ahead and bleed things down. That opens up the line to the building. Gives me a nice accurate gauge right there so I can see exactly how much pressure we're running up to. So, got all kinds of fancy crap around here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to burn this air out of this machine right now, or out of the tanks here. So I'm just going to blast on some stuff here. Probably that junk in there. So we'll be back in a few minutes after I burn down the air. And then we'll start up again and see how much air we pump out. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're getting ready to start our test right here. Get the valve open down here. So I got to turn the valve off down here. Get to the second hand, we're going to turn it on. Contact. So we're going to start pumping it out now. Down here at 0, we're pumping up. I've got to read it now. There, so we're going to see how many minutes it takes to get up. We're 28 minutes after we started. Like I said, we're going to do our oil test by putting in this tribodyn diesel oil. See how that works. We're using 1040 oil that we used to use. There's 20 pounds pressure. So it takes about a minute to get 20 pounds. We're going up to 175 pounds. So, good test. So we got the 80-gallon tank here, and then we got a 120-gallon tank back there. Plus all the air lines in the building, and in the blaster here. So, we'll see the gauge coming up over here eventually, right there. Alright, we're going to wait, see what happens, so I'll come back when it's full, or at least close to it. Alright, we're almost done. So we started right here, so we got 5, 10, 15 minutes. Got the heater on up there. That's how you cool your air off. There we go. That's close enough to a half a minute. So it looks like 15.5 minutes to pump up everything in the building. Okay, so we got 15.5 minutes of time frame to pump this all up with the original oil that was in it, which was originally it was 1040 Torco, and I think last time I put we had Mobile 1 in there for a while, the 1550, and I think now the last time I put Maxima oil in there. I don't remember what I used. Whatever I had laying around. And the air is pumping over there. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and run the air tank all the way down, and I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil out. Oil comes out here. It's supposed to be a sight glass there to tell you how much oil's in it. You can tell how much we use that. Yeah, it looks like there's oil in there somewhere. Yeah, right down there. Yeah, it's got oil in it. Perfect. It takes 2 quarts, it says. Good. I got a whole gallon there to use, so we might have a little excess. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little blasting. Get this pumped down. Boxing away. Oh, wrong switch. All right, get a little bit of blasting right here. So, here's what the fork leg looks like after you blow off the crap. Start started like that. So this has got beads in here, which are little glass BBs, just like they say it is. So when it's fresh, they roll real nice. See, it'll actually roll a little bit, you can see it. So yeah, these are AC grit, which is coarse for beads. AG is a lot finer. Let's make some more noise around here. But you can see how the beads just kind of lay in there, see how they roll in there. Just really, real fine round. Anyway, they break on impact and turn to powder. And you do that a couple times, there's nothing left to work. You gotta put new stuff in there. So anyway, this was sandblasted before, it looks like. So I'm gonna go over this with the beads and smooth it up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna blast this for a while, we'll be back. Okay, I just got done pouring all the oil out of here. So, probably got a quart or so that came out of there. It's way down in there. Don't feel like there's much in there, but it's only like a quart. So now I got to put some oil back in here. So, I didn't bring my tripod with me, but we can make it work this way. So we're going to put our tribodyn in there. Now tribodyn has a lot of graphite in it, so it sinks to the bottom of the containers. So you got to make sure you shake it up very well. That'd be a molybdenum sulfite, is what that's called. The good stuff. It makes it nice and gray and black looking too. The new stuff's bluer, but the old stuff's gray. I don't know which one this is. I think this is a mixture. So anyway, you want to make sure you just mix it up really good. Pour it off the top, you're getting the good stuff. You don't have to wait until the last third of a quart to come out to get all the good junk in it. Alright, that should be close enough. A sealed container. I know how to fix that problem. See, now it's kind of a bluish gray color, see, on my fingers. Stains real good. One thing about tribodyn, it does sting. So that gives a good opportunity to make a big mess real quick. I don't know how good that's going to be. So how much you think we're going to spill? That's the question. We'll probably spill a lot. See how I like doing it around here. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Considering I can't see what I'm doing pretty good. It's going in. There we go. It's supposed to take 2 quarts, so we'll have to see. Goes in quick, it's pretty thin. Alright, so good stopping point. It's about 1.5 quarts, it feels like. Nice. Like my nice tripod. Hog oil, how old is that box? Collector's issue. Everything in this shop is old. So there's what it looks like going in. Yeah, I can see oil in there. And how's our sight glass? Looks dark. Can't tell if that's full or not. Definitely got oil in there. And how much is it supposed to be in there? I would say it's not full yet because I can't see anything in there. So we'll put some more in there. If we put too much in, it'll just spill, right? Blow out the breather or do something. There's close to 2 quarts in there. As I recall, that level thing comes up really fast. But if it comes out the hole up here, you know you got too much. There we go. We'll put 1 funnel full in. That'll give us a good idea what it is. Okay, it looks like the level came up a little bit there. Maybe we can see it. See how it came up a little bit? Most of this stuff, you go up to the bottom of the thread. Is a good indicator how much you're supposed to have in there. Looks like we're about 1/4 of an inch below the bottom of the thread. And we are almost there, but not quite. So we're going to do that again. 1 more funnel worth. Look how much that clings to the bottle. It doesn't even want to pour off. This stuff has a lot of cling to it. There's a quick shot. Yeah, it's definitely doing a trick. Oh, it's coming out of. I think we're there. See, the indicator here says more. The residue coming out of here says stop. Which one do you believe? I think I'm going to believe the one that says stop. Looks like there's just a little bit more room you can put in there. But, yeah, it looks like it's in the vicinity where it's supposed to be, though. Yeah, you can probably put just 1/4 of a funnel worth in there. So we're going to do that again. We haven't spilled any yet, so this is a prime opportunity to do that. Oop. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a big mess. Told you we're going to make a mess. That said, don't do that. Come on, Rag. Going around the damn pipe. So basically everything I just put in the funnel, we just wasted. And the level plug is not level. See, level plug is not level, but this level appears to be too high. Oh well. I only wasted about 10 bucks worth. Okay, that might be a little bit too high. I'm not sure, but it might be too high. And the level still has not leveled out yet. And we should have a good layer of oil in there. It's a good thing I bought a big rag with me, because now I have a big mess to clean up. And considering I don't have anything to clean oil off with around here, it's pretty good. See, if I had my exorbitant pads nearby, I could have used those, but they're buried someplace. Probably a big stack of them somewhere. Oh well. Well, now the machine's nice and clean, so there you go. Alright, let me get this cleaned up. I'll be back. Alright, got my mess cleaned up a little bit. I didn't tighten it down yet though. We're coming up on our time again. It's been almost an hour now. It takes an hour to do an oil change around here. Good thing I don't get paid by the hour, huh? Paid by the week. Okay, that's tight. Okay, we're going to be 1 minute different from the other one. There we go, on. Okay, we got 20 pounds in a minute last time. mess down there. The tribodyn works pretty quickly, but as soon as it touches the metal, it makes a difference. There's our gauge over there, pumping up. And we gained 2 degrees of temperature here too. Let's see what that is. That's for the fan up there, and let's see. Okay, we're coming up on 1 minute. Here up that velocity. These are ready to go polish here. There's the rods get right down to the blasted. It looked like this before we blasted them. We like making a mess. Here's the valve is half done. Coming up on 2 minutes. Started 1 minute behind the other one. So over here about 41 will be about where we'll be at. Alright, so we'll be back in a few minutes when they get closer. Alright, we're almost up. Here we go. So come up on a minute again. So that is, I think, about the same time frame. About to the second. It's weird. Alright, so right now it makes no difference on time frame for pumping up the air. At least on the first go around with the oil in there. So that was either 1 minute better or the same. I'm not sure. So not much of a change. I was hoping to see a little bit of a change. If I picked up a minute, that would have been a good change. If it was the same time frame. Let's see, it took 15 minutes before and 15 seconds. This one we started at 7. I think we picked up a minute. Yeah, I think we picked up 1 minute. So, I have to go back and watch the video and see what I did the first time. So anyway, we didn't lose any time. That's a plus. I definitely got it cleaned over here now with all the oil wiping off. So pretty good. And I forgot to turn the fan off, so I can't tell what the heat change was. Because otherwise I would have seen a temperature change over there, up there. I forgot to turn the fan on. Oh well. It'd be nice and hot when I turn it on, I bet. Oh yeah, it's warm. So, okay, well, I'm going to do some blasting, and then we'll see what happens down the road on this thing. But for now, it is what it is. I'll come back here after it runs a little bit more. We can tell a difference in noise by watching the video. So, alright, I'm going to do some work for a while. Alright, we're about done for the night. We're about to 90 pounds over there. We're up to 78 degrees. Gone up a little bit, not too bad. See how long it's running. And off. Pounds there. Alright, time to shut this thing off for the night. Tank's not too cool. That's cooled off quite a bit, seeing how the fan works so good. So the tribodyn oil seems to be working good. One advantage of having an aftercooler like this is all the water condensation gets in there and it drains into here. This just has a pipe here and ends and goes up. So it goes up into here. So this collects water like crazy. Just water collection device is that. Good enough to drink out of that. Look at that. one full one. So that means that was up to here, and this had this much water in it. Should have dumped it earlier. These ones here, they don't do much of anything. How much we got tonight? Anything? Probably nothing. Dry. There you go. Alright, well, the tribodyn seems to be working halfway decent. All the levels about right. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, this is all the mess for the night. So it's almost 1 o'clock now. I forget what time we started. It'll be on the first video I shot. Anyway, this is all the parts I did. So we got the Sportster rods for the 45 stroker motors. So you get a little lax on the blasting right there. Yeah, a little faint. It'll work. And so I got the legs I turned down. This is all for an Evo motor I'm doing. These are what the valves look like after you blast them. And this is beads, not sand, so it doesn't hurt the valve stems. Gauges, lifter blocks. The light went off? Yeah, the light went off. All these covers are done. I didn't blast the inside of them. Yeah, looks like I probably should have. Look at that crap inside of those. Yeah, I'll have to clean those. I didn't think the inside of these things were full of crap. Oh. And I could turn the machine back on and blast all that. Yeah, I got all those clean. These covers are pretty nasty looking. They had a clear coat through them and corrosion on them. And gasket sealer and junk. So these are already sent out to be polished now. They look a lot better. So these things are pretty nasty looking. They were in the other video, I think. You saw it earlier. These are the cam covers that were NOS. They had that kind of, I don't know what they call it, cream, the white color. Not powder coat, but some kind of glazy paint shit they put on it. They put it right over the polish. The cover was polished underneath all this. So I blasted all that junk off, all the corrosion from sitting around. So we'll send these 3 out to be polished, and they'll look like brand new when they come out. It's better than Harley ever did it. This one had a little bit of corrosion right here, so we'll have to see how bad that is. But these 2 here will be pretty nice. So, but anyway, that's what it looks like. It takes a few hours to do this, as you can tell. So, anyway, it's a lot of work. But it looks nice when you're done. So, anyway, this is what it looks like after I've done a little blasting. Get a little bit of the gas tank. Not too much. That's what they look like when after you blast them a little bit. More to be done on that. Alright, well, the tribodyn test so far is pretty good. I'll do another long test to see how long it pumps up again. See if it's less than 15 minutes. So we'll see how that works out, but for now, I'm happy. That's it for tonight.